This goes out to all the guys who like to play basketball in the rain with no clothes on. This is for you. I know Jesus saves. I wish he'd save us from this podcast. I know he looks after you and me, but I wish he'd take us far away from here.
What it is. Welcome to IDM episode 128. Happy Friday, July 11th. I'm your guy Othman, joined by Christopher Langbuck. What's up, dog?
Yo, what's up?
Straight out of Hilton Head right now. Right? No, Richmond. No. Isle of Dogs. No. Isle of Palms.
There you go. Guys, this could be a very first in IDM show history. I just want to let you guys know I am broadcasting live from the balcony of my hotel room in the middle of a thunderstorm. And if you guys want a visual, you can head to the IDM_pod Twitter account, and you can see the potential for explosiveness that I'm dealing with here. I mean, I've got what I could say is at best a jerry-rigged setup that is about 3.5 feet from a downpour of rain, and there's lightning flickering in the background just to my left. I mean, this is crazy.
Hey, you look good. You sound good. Pause. But is it? Wait, so it's raining pretty hard, like right next to you?
Yeah. Thank God there's about a 4.5 foot overhang on the roof of this hotel. So I think most of it's good as long as like sweeping wind doesn't come blowing it in my direction. I should be okay.
Well, yeah, you sound good. You can't even tell it's raining. Looks like a nice little balcony you guys got. How's I mean, we talked a little bit about it, but have you guys done anything fun? Have you been staying in the hotel while who goes out and explores, or what's it been like?
How about this? Total dad life today. We did not go outside once except to go eat breakfast. And
Ooh.
we've got pools all around us in this resort. And we were just like, we're tired. The baby's crying. She was in a little bit of a foul mood. And I was like, you know what? I sympathize with her. I've been feeling like that before. I know what that's like. This is what the key to fatherhood has been for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I could break it down.
Yeah.
It has been putting yourself in the mind of the baby. I look at her sometimes, I'll be staring at her and I'll go, I do wonder why the ceiling is always flipping upside down whenever I flip over. I've wondered that before. And so for me, she's whining all day long, crying for no apparent reason. I'm like, let's just take a chill day. We don't need to go out. We'll stay inside. We'll watch TV. It's vacation. Where's the pressure coming from? Where's the fire? Let's relax.
Hell yeah, dude. What'd you have for breakfast?
We went to this local breakfast eatery that's off the compound that we're staying on. Mm-hmm. So I had some fried shrimp as an appetizer, and then two fried chicken breasts on top of 2 biscuits covered in sausage gravy with home fries.
Damn, son. That sounds good.
It's a good day. It was a good
Yeah.
day. I mean, we went home and just chilled for hours.
That's awesome, dude. That's so cool. Yo, if Jem Montana says, why does Oathman sound underwater? If I still sound underwater, please let me know. Let us know. The show will start sounding normal again when we're in the same room again. I miss you. I miss your, our knees touching each other. Pause. I miss Nana's blanket, but we got lives and shit like that. Our guy Matt Starcheck. Oh shit, and Matt Starcheck is in here. Yeah. So, well, that's cool, man. You guys got any? When do you meet up with the other friends?
We leave here tomorrow to drive to Hilton Head.
Do you get sized to hang out with the other friends, or you?
Yeah, they're great. I love them. They're good people. A couple of them have served, so I'm all about supporting the troops.
Yeah. I was a U.S. Navy SEAL. Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Can't forget what happened in Grenada.
Yeah. It's a false flag operation. Dude, I mean, I know we do no sports, no politics, but I feel like ever since I started working again, I've cared way less about politics just because, like, I realize that people who are obsessed with politics and it's not their job don't have a lot going on in their lives.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I'm just figuring out that for the past like 10 years, I haven't had a lot going on in my life.
Hey, eventually, I don't even have to say it anymore. Eventually, you always come around to what I've been telling you.
Yeah. Yeah. So that being said, so I mean, it must have been like 2.5 weeks since I started working. I haven't really cared about anything really. But dude, the Epstein shit, I mean, I feel like that's a bipartisan issue that everybody can get behind making fun of and talking shit about, because like again, no sports, no politics. I'm not trying to make it about politics here. But
this was not on the show sheet, guys. I just want to.
But did you hear? Okay, so you know how they like put out some footage of his jail cell, and they're like, "Look, nobody went in, so he obviously did it by himself. He obviously donked himself off." Are you up on that? Have you kept up with it at all? Do you know about that?
I mean, I've seen a couple of like the Twitter alerts, but dude, it's like we're talking about like a 10-year-old story, pardon the pun, at this point. It's like, what are we still doing talking about this? This is like, for me, I'm like, just get it all out of the way now so we can just move on and turn the page. I realize, of course, that I'm in saying that I'm kind of glossing over the victims and all that stuff. I'm not doing that intentionally, but I'm just so tired of hearing about it is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. No, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. But anyways, so there's footage of his jail cell, right?
Yeah.
And they put it out and they're like, yo, nobody went in. And then allegedly, and so there's when people looked a little closer, there's a minute missing from his jail, from the footage. And people are like, yo, what the fuck is this? And then people started like downloading the video of the jail footage or the jail cell footage and like looking at the metadata. And there's like all these edits that were made and shit like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's my Boucher's Bizarre Beliefs radar is going off pretty hard here. But yeah, so I don't know. I thought that's pretty wild, pretty interesting.
Well, I did see that, and honestly, dude, this is what I've been hoping for. I've been hoping for one story that does just unite everybody, because I'm tired of this mudslinging from both sides at each other. It's like, we can all do this all day. The Schadenfreude never ends until somebody goes, you know what? I'm tired of hating my neighbor.
Yeah.
So it's like, we just need one story that unites us all. And, it kind of seems from what I've seen on social media that this might be the one, because everybody is just shitting all over the Trump admin for this, or no sports, no politics, but just the handling of the Epstein situation and that 1 minute of missing footage. So maybe this is the lightning rod that we've all been waiting for. I'm waiting for a lightning rod to take me out right now. It could happen any minute. So maybe that's the lightning rod I'm waiting for.
You waiting for a rod over there? Pause. Dude, what's funny is like Luke Thomas is like super liberal, no sports, no politics. He's like sending me Tucker Carlson clips and shit like that. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, what is this timeline that we're living in right now? So yeah, I think you're right, dude. Everyone just needs a common enemy. And I think, pedos are a good common enemy for us to get.
Dog, everybody hates pedos.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go. America, let's unite around hating pedos. We support we support not supporting the pedos.
Violent, psychotic criminals in prison hate pedos, yeah, so it's pretty interesting. But anyway, we got our dog might cook in the house.
What happened to his left ear? It's a different ear.
Why is that a wrinkle deeper in this picture than the other? But dude, like Kash Patel, I mean, I know we stopped talking about Indians because I don't want to lose my job. But Kash Patel, I mean, I gotta say, I've said this before, it's been a historically bad like 2-3 years for the country of India. Just because, like, I don't know what happened. Elon Musk bought Twitter, and then it was all just like Indian jokes and Holocaust denial. So like they've been on the receiving end of a lot of "why you fuck me, I fuck you, bloody bastard" jokes. But dude, now with this Epstein shit and Kash Patel, after years of being like, "Yo, Epstein was an agent for blah blah blah," and then coming out and be like, "Oh no, it's all legit. He killed himself, and there's no list." People are like, "Fuck Kash Patel and fuck India," like they're going after him super hard.
Well, I honestly have no idea what's true anymore that I read. I just go, all right, whatever. I guess it's all true or it's all fake. I have no idea. But I did see that he was talking about possibly resigning, so I don't know if that's real or not. But
yeah,
maybe that would be a direct result of the fallout from the way this situation was handled. I don't know.
Yeah. No sports, no politics, dude. Actually, one more thing. So now that I'm helping Luke with this channel, this new politics venture that he's doing, no sports, no politics. You know what I'm talking about? Have I talked about it on the show before? I'm not sure.
Yeah, on the Patreon.
Okay, so Luke just launched this new channel. It's called Luke Thomas Gets Political. No sports, no politics. But dude, it's crazy because I'm basically running it. Like I'm doing all the uploads. I'm doing all the responding to comments and shit like that. And it's wild because like I feel like this is we're running that channel is the polar opposite of helping primetime Alex Stein with his Instagram, because he has his fan base is like all right wing, the Blaze, Glenn Beck supporters, and then Luke Thomas is super liberal. So I'm reading all those comments, and it's weird. Like I see the hate comments from both sides, like you're a fucking lunatic sellout, blah blah blah. And it's just wild. It's like definitely put things in perspective for me.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Do they kind of sound similar to you?
Yeah.
In a way? Like almost the same thing. It's like people are yelling variations of the exact same thing back and forth at each other.
Yeah. It's like one dude read a comment on primetime Alex Stein's Instagram, got a thesaurus, and just replaced the word and posted it on Luke's account. Like, yeah, it's the exact same shit. It's crazy because like I feel like when people are so riled up and so angry about shit, they like go to a common denominator diss to dudes that are like talking about it on social media. They'll be like,
the common denominator in this instance is oh yeah, well your guy fucked Jeffrey Epstein. Oh yeah, well so did your guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, your guy's a pedo. Yeah. No, it's like, oh, you're a paid shill, you are a cult leader, or you have derangement syndrome, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, I definitely think that it's getting like, because I feel like in 2015, whatever, it's weird, man. You could go to a comedy show and like you wouldn't get completely turned off to it if someone did like a bit about the president or something like that. And then something shifted where like in shows and movies and shit like that, like people notice it and they have like a very, very emotional reaction to it, one way or the other. And it's been like that for like 10 years. I feel like it's backing off a little bit though.
No, I think it's social media. I think that's the one thing that's changed throughout it all. It's polarized people in a way where like they don't need to watch like a neutral show or get information from like a neutral newspaper anymore. They could just find the news that they want that serves their interest the most at any given time. And it just makes people lean further into that direction for the most part. So yeah, I think the sooner we all realize that social media is the fucking monster here, like ripping us apart from the middle, the sooner we can like get back to going, fuck pedos, dude. I mean, don't fuck them, but fuck them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Because actually, speaking of like the past 2.5 weeks, not caring about that shit, when I'll pull up Twitter, like my feed is so politically charged just because it's like the shit I've been looking at for the past 10 years. And honestly, like the past 2.5 weeks, I've been like, man, I don't give a fuck about this shit. And I like will scroll through the tweets to try to find non-political shit. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, is there a way to reset my feed so that, you know, the algorithm learns about my new priorities in life, having a job, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. It does have a lot to do with social media.
Well, dude, that's what people call on social media, like Twitter and stuff, a palate cleanser. It'll be like a picture of a dog, like a little puppy, rubbing up against its person, you know, and then like, you know, it makes you go, oh man, that's so cute. Like there is a stat out there that I've read that 95% of what people look at across platforms, that's Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, all of it, Facebook, is literally like pictures of kittens and pictures of puppies.
Yeah, you're right, dude.
So it's like you just need to start clicking on that stuff, because here's what I think you fall into sometimes, and I'm not judging, you know, we've all fallen victim to it before.
Oh, you're judging a little bit. It's okay though. It's okay.
Well, I think that you don't realize that when you look at stuff on each of these apps, you're telling the app to feed you more of it. So then you just like, fuck, this is what everybody's talking about. How's everybody talking about this one thing? This is crazy. And then I'm like, you go, dude, have you heard about this? You come to the show, you go, dude, have you heard about this? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm looking at fucking puppies, not fucking puppies, but I'm looking at puppies and kittens. That's all I look at.
You're right. You're right about that. But I will say that I'm the one who introduced that theory to you, because when you were working at 106.7, you'd be like, oh my God, dude, did you hear about fucking Ryan Kerrigan's fucking swollen ankle? And I'd be like, nobody fucking cares about that shit, dude. And you'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm so sure. I'm so sure. And then I try to tell you about Caitlin Clark the other month, and you're like, nobody cares about Caitlin Clark. And now you're a fucking expert asking Jason Bishop about it in the middle of our interview.
Dude, dude, I've always said this. We're all hypocrites. We could all be exposed at any, you know, we're all just waiting for our own Epstein list to come out at any given.
Oh my God.
Dude, you said it on the one episode, the Lost Patreon episode, that we both agreed. We looked at each other after we were done. We were like, dude, that shit was fire. That's the best episode we've ever done. And then we downloaded it afterwards and realized that the audio wasn't working. It wasn't recorded the entire time. But
that's so embarrassing.
You said one of the funniest things I've ever heard on that episode. And you go, so I was looking at Reddit in regards to so-and-so topic. You know, I was just looking for a little confirmation bias. I've never heard of anybody talking about seeking out confirmation bias.
I was like, I was looking for proof that I'm right about this thing I'm wrong about.
Never heard somebody say it so nakedly like that.
It does feel good, dude. It does feel good to like, you know, hate something and to search the web and be like, oh yeah, other people fucking hate this shit too. But all right, oh shit, we got one of these. Our dog, our guy. Money Mike Cook hit us with the
GayGram alert.
I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Our guy, our dog, Mike Cook says, you won't tell us what side you're on, Luke or Prime Time? Now, no sports, no politics, guys. You know, it's interesting because I've known Luke since I was like 22 or something like that. And I was working with him.
Yeah, you might say he groomed you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was working with him on MMA Nation. Yeah, back then. So, and when we were working together, I was a huge lib, like a huge fucking. Not that there's anything wrong with that. No sports, no politics. You know, big Obama fan. Some may have even called me Barack Flobama when I put out a rap song. But you know, I kind of fell off that side and moved a little bit more to the other side and started working with Prime Time. But dude, I gotta say, recently, man, I feel like I'm falling back into his side.
Now you're making your way back towards the middle, I hope, which is where you need to be.
I think so. Yeah.
That's the best place to be as a podcaster, as a comedian, as anybody that is tasked with sort of like taking a measure of what's going on in society and then trying to spin jokes out of it or whatever. The middle is right where I think we both need to be. So
here's what I'm proud of is like I can look at an issue like, okay, the instant Trump, okay, no sports, no politics, but okay, never mind. You're shaking your head. I don't want to talk about it.
Go ahead.
We got the Oathcast guys coming on.
No, go ahead.
No, but I'm proud of the fact that like I am able to be like, just because I like somebody, a politician or, you know, a fucking podcast host, doesn't mean I got to agree with the shit that they do and say. And I feel like I do a good job of being like, no, that's fucking bullshit. Like that, they should not be doing that. Whereas our friend Cutter, who you're in the group chat with, anything I say about anyone that has anything to do with his side, he's like, oh no, I thought that was pretty, like the fucking Joe Rogan prep sheet that you sent the other day in the Instagram chat.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
It was like a presidential candidates like prep sheet for.
We're not going to say for who. Yeah.
Yeah. If he or she were to do Joe Rogan's and then just happen to back out at the last minute.
And okay. All right. Yeah. But I like, I saw it. I was like, that's so lame. Like, why can't they just, you know, have real conversation? He's like, why is that bad? You know? Oh. I'm like, dude, just be able to like honestly criticize shit. Like it's not, you know, you're not going to explode just because you fucking don't toe your company line for a little bit. Anyways, okay, that's enough sports and politics.
Only 23 minutes.
I know, but I feel like we played it down the middle a little bit.
Dude, I'm happy. I'll tell you this. I am happy for Luke, and I've thought this for a pretty long time, that there's not a lot of strong, eloquent vocal speakers on his side that have the ability to like draw people to them like a magnet, and Luke has a great opportunity to do that. So I'm rooting for him, rooting for his success and for yours working with him on it. So I think it's a good project for him.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't think that he's like, I honestly don't think that he's exclusively left dude anymore. Like he's sending me Tucker Carlson clips. We were talking about, you know, a political commentator who's on the right, and he was like, yeah, I love him. I think he's one of the most important voices and blah, blah, blah. So,
well, I think Luke, more than most people, is capable of walking and chewing gum at the same time.
Yeah. He also reads books, which is crazy to me. Let me ask you this, dude. Let me ask you this real quick. What is your real quick? Is reading a book the same as listening to an audiobook?
No.
Okay.
No.
Explain why you feel that way.
Now, I will say this. I don't care if somebody reads a book or listens to it, but it drives me crazy when somebody listens to an audiobook and they say, I've been reading this book. That drives me up the fucking wall. It is insane to do. That is narcissistic behavior. It's like, you know everybody's gonna look at you differently if you read a book versus listening to it. Anybody can sit in a room, turn a speaker on and listen to something, but to actually apply your focus, sit down, curl up with the pages in front of you, turn each and every single one of them, processing the words written on that book, that requires a specific degree of focus and intention. So when somebody says, I've been reading this book and they've been listening to it, sorry, fuck you forever. You're a liar. I'll never trust you again with anything.
The only reason I bring that up is because our friend Cutter insists he's an audiobook guy, but he always says, yeah, man, I'm always reading. I'm always I read that book the other day. And anytime we call him out, he's like, what's the difference? I'm taking in the information either way. And he has this belief that he's like, different people are different. Some people retain and receive information differently. And this is just what works best for me.
That's true. And also some people are liars and some people aren't.
Now, what he does that annoys me the most is he'll send articles. And dude, unfortunately there's tons of these articles where quote unquote specialists and I guess like authorities on this matter say there's no difference. There's very little difference. You're retaining the information either way. I refuse to believe that. One is passive. One is something that you just do while you're fucking washing the dishes. One is listening to a podcast. That's what I said to him. I was like, dude, you're listening to podcasts when you listen to an audiobook, which is fine. You can listen to a podcast. But
you should
like reading the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Dude, you should hit him back with that, throw it back in his face in the reverse and be like, dude, I was reading this podcast the other day. It was sick, man. You wouldn't believe what they were talking about.
Yeah. So, but he, like, it's something that he is, and dude, of course, like no disrespect to him. I love him. He's a good friend of ours and, former guest of the show, but he's one of these dudes that got extra time on the SAT because he has ADHD, and so like he buys into these whole, like, my brain is different than everyone else's.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I'm so sure.
Like I got distractions going on and this works best for me.
Well, I do agree that people learn differently. I mean, there are audio and visual learners. I'm neither, but I do think that some brains just operate differently than others. I don't know what the breakdown is, but I think he thinks he's in like the 5th percentile of people with his type of brain. And in reality, he's in like the 45th or 50th percentile.
Yeah. But the problem is, dude, like you can, speaking of confirmation bias, you can find information. You can find a study to confirm your belief almost like for anything. Like, just looking it up right now, I'm finding half the articles are saying it's not the same, and others are saying, it is. But it's just like, I feel like it's common sense. Like, dude, one is difficult, like challenging to do, not challenge. Like, yeah, for me, obviously reading is a little bit challenging, but one takes like discipline.
It's a mental challenge.
Yeah. And the other is like pushing play and like looking out your window and shit like that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and plus, have you ever been listening to a podcast and 5 minutes in, you're like, oh, fuck, I could go back to the beginning. I forgot to listen for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I do that shit. I do that shit all the time. So it's like, there's no way you can convince me that listening to a book is the same as reading it.
Have you ever been reading and you read like 4 pages and you're like, I didn't retain any of that. I got to go back.
I am, this will shock you. I am the king of that. If I read a book from cover to cover, odds are I've read it about 14 times in that duration.
Yo, how is the magic of big thinking going?
Oh, you know what? I've got that downloaded on audiobook, and I haven't started reading it yet.
Yeah, I promise you, that book will, I mean, it rewired my brain. It got me to stop blaming everybody else for my failures, you know? No, but yeah, I truly believe my stepdad ruined reading for me.
Our girl Alexa says, I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you.
No, it's all good. Go ahead.
She says, Cutter's not reading, he's being read to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
It's just so annoying arguing with someone who you're like, it's the most common sense thing ever. Like, you're not reading, you're listening to something. You're basically listening to a movie. And he's like, I disagree wholeheartedly. Anyways,
have you guys checked out that new Hans Zimmer book yet?
Right. Jen Montana, most audiobooks aren't even the whole book. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I bet it's not. But Bob the Builder is always like trying to motivate me to fucking get my shit together again. He's always like, dude, you gotta just put on David Goggins. Trust me, it'll get the job done.
You know what? I gotta give sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, I was just saying, like, I feel like the experience of listening to David Goggins yelling at you versus like reading his books on paper are, in my opinion, vastly different. So that's like an example of what we're talking about.
Oh, for sure. And that's one area where I'd rather listen to it for 1,000 times out of 1,000. But yeah. It's so crazy how today in 2025, reading/listening to audiobooks is so popular. Meanwhile, like when we were in elementary school, you had to go to a public library, get like one of those big plastic cassette tape holder boxes that's like, I don't know, like the size of like 15 Bibles, and it opens up like this, you know, like at the hinges, swings open. It's got like 100 different cassettes in there.
Yep.
Nobody was doing that. Like nobody, except for old people and deaf people, which no disrespect towards deaf people, but now it's like, because it's so easy and it's so trendy, everybody is listening to books.
That's the thing. It's trendy. That's exactly what it is, dude. Yeah.
That's what you hate about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it is what I hate about it. Yeah, dude. Because like reading should come with, look, reading a book, the balance of positives versus negatives has always been the same in the past. Since we were kids, the positives of reading a book, it means you're smart. You retain.
Well, I've read plenty of books, by the way, so I don't know.
No, I know. But the downside is you're a huge fat fucking loser nerd if you read a book, and also it's difficult and challenging and it's not fun. So like that's what the balance should be. If you're gonna read a book, sure, do it. But people are going to look at you like you're a bit of a fucking nerd a little bit if you do it, which is fine, you know, but you also get this card where you're like, but I'm smarter than you. So fuck off. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a flex, you know, like it should be a flex to be like, oh, I read these books, whatever. Now it's become like so mainstream that it's like, what do you even really do?
Yeah, but that's what's so deceitful about saying that you're reading a book that you're listening to. You're trying to it's people
it's
who
stolen reading valor.
It's stolen book valor. You're right. It's stolen book valor. It's going, yeah, I've been reading this book for the past, I don't know, 2 days because I'm a fast reader, and you've been fucking listening to it, you liar. You don't get the credit for reading it if you listen to it.
Yeah.
But you're walking around going, I read books all the time. You're a fucking phony.
You should have to suffer a little bit if you want to read a book. Like, you know.
Yeah, because you know what? That means you didn't get drunk for a night because you can't read a book drunk.
Dude, do you remember like back in the day on Fox 5, local news, they would have those specials, and like every once in a while they would have fast reader experts who would just open the page and fucking with their finger just go down the page in like 4 seconds and then flip over to the next. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah.
I tried to train myself to do that like so many times. It's fucking stupid idiot.
Dude, That's the shit where I would try to do that myself, and I'd be like, let's say it's I don't know, like the Secret Garden or something like that. I'd like flick through the page, like, and I'd be like, yeah, it's obvious this page is about a garden.
Yeah, I got the shit down. It's super easy.
Yeah, all right, I got it.
Yeah. You read like fucking garden, locket, rabbit, flower, fart. Oh yeah, that's easy. It's very obvious what's happening here.
Jen says Schwartz's baby reads as much as Cutter does. That's probably true.
Yeah. Richmond John says, I like to read IDM transcripts without hearing the host's voices or seeing their faces. That's going to be a wild experience.
By the way, if you guys are subscribed on Apple Podcasts, I believe that does give out like a transcript. But
yeah.
Wait, that actually kills me when I look at that like once every 6 months. I start reading the transcript of an episode of IDM, and I'm like, dude, will you stink? Oh, no.
So, let's quit the show. Richmond John says, Tony Robbins' personal power cassette tapes changed my life. Quote unquote, stolen book valor. LMFAO. Yo, I don't know if he's serious or not, but yeah, dude, stolen book. No, I'm playing. No, it's cool if you do a book on tape. Just don't fucking say you read something.
Yeah.
Oh, God, dude.
No joke. When my parents first got like divorced and separated,
yeah,
my mom used to listen to these Tony Robbins CDs all the time.
Yeah.
And it was right when we got, you're going to laugh, most people probably won't get this. It was right when we got the 98 Ford Explorer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so that's what you associate it with.
And it had a fresh new compact disc player in it. So we were going on all these long road trips to visit family halfway across the country, all the way across the country. And we'd be jamming out to Tony Robbins for literally days on end. So I still have like some of that stuff lodged in my brain somewhere where I'm running and I'm like, okay, all right. Get your incantations down. All right, 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, and then I'll start running, and I'm like, dude, I can't believe Tony Robbins has been with me for this long.
That's crazy, dude. I mean, dude, I'm not honestly, I'm not one of these people that hates on Tony Robbins. Like, sure, you can make fun of it, the fucking seminars where he charges people $5,000 a head to fucking change their lives and shit like that, but he's like the OG. Like, I feel like hustle culture is super mainstream and it's ruining a lot of people's lives because they think they can just not have a real job and just be Amazon drop shippers or whatever it's called. And I blame Gary Vee for that. But he's like the OG who's like, you know, I think it's funny because he's like he has gigantism, but he's kind of short. He's like a shrunken down version of George Mirasan a little bit.
He kind of is.
Yeah. He like clearly has like a chromosome issue going on, but not like fully. But dude, like I've seen the documentaries. There's one on Netflix, and like he does make a difference in these people's lives. He has changed a lot of people's lives for the better. So I can't hate.
It's like you said with Gary Vee. It doesn't matter if he is a little bit of a snake oil salesman or a con man. As long as the people believe it enough to change their lives positively, then who cares?
Wait, so playing devil's chef here, would you apply that same theory to the millionaire pastors?
Yeah, I think so. That's a tough one for me because it does kind of rub me a little bit the wrong way when you see those like interview clips or those gotcha clips of like Kenneth Copeland, explaining how why his church needs to have 5 private planes. It's like, because we're spreading the word of God all over the world. And it's like, I don't know. Are you just jet setting to different vacation spots all over the world, and you're using God as like your conduit to explain it to the Department of Taxation, whatever that thing's called.
Doge.
No. I'm at the IRS. I'm stupid. I'm a pretty dumb guy.
All right. Do you want to let's give a quick shout outs to our dogs, and then let's get to some real topics here.
It's time for our big time P1 shout outs.
Hang on, just waiting for them to come up on my screen here. To answer your question, Matt Starcheck, yes, it is hot as hell on this balcony. That's why I've got this handy sweat towel with me today. Can you hear me all right, Othman?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay. All right, let's give a shout out to Alex, AJ McCown, Alex Davis, Amanda Hugginkiss. Shout outs to Brendan Cooney, Brendan Smith, Brent Wenzel, Brian Altman, Brian Bustees. Shout outs to Carlos N., Chris Eller, Danny Loudermilk, David Slat, Don DeMarco. Shout outs to Ernesto Ladon, Craven Moorhead, Iron, Mike, Sleep. Shout outs to James M., our girl in the chat, Jen Montana, Cash Rules Everything Around Me. Shout outs to JP Flame, Kevin Leahy, Kevin Smith, Korean John. Shout outs to Chris Stein, Lance Parker, Matt Broderick's, Matt Starcheck, and Matt Starcheck. Shout outs to Peter Rose Crayons. Shout outs to Phil J, Reggie Roast Beef. Shout outs to Instagram.com/Brad Paints This, Sean Kibler, Steven Snowman, William and Lubomir. That is our $8 tier. You guys can subscribe and support the show at patreon.com/IDM pod for 3 shows a week, usually Tuesdays and Fridays.
Give me a hell yeah. You want to check in with the dogs real quick? Let's check that. All right, bet. Let us. Okay. All right. If you are on the Patreon, I actually got we got a DM on Instagram from one of the listeners, one of our guys, and he asked, does he get the same perks if he signs up on Apple Podcasts? I said, yeah, you get the same show and all that shit, but you don't get the super secret supporter chat, which is exclusive to the dogs on Patreon. So let's just go through it real quick, see what the latest updates are.
You got to start below that picture because that's where we left off last week.
Where we left off. Okay. Thanks. Fuck, I feel bad for Korean John. Shit, it's such a pain in the ass to openly. All right, we'll get back to it. Carl Clown says Shorts tells a 20-minute story about the DC DMV, and O gets uppity about it while reading the Virginia, not DC laws.
Yeah, you read this one last week too.
Oh, I did? Okay. Brian Bustees, you mentioned this to me. I feel like this shit needs to be discussed. The breast pump videos on YouTube are one thing because I guess someone could argue that they're educational, but the shit that gets flagged and taken down while essentially having POV BJ videos is crazy to me. These chicks make these YouTube accounts to just promote their OnlyFans. There's so many of them now, and they all get tens of thousands of subs.
All right. Let me school you real quick, son.
Do you want? This is a topic that you wrote down. Do you want to get back to that one?
Sure. Yeah, that's
okay.
fine. Right. Yeah, we can talk about it on the Patreon.
I mean, we can talk about it. I feel like that's like going to be a whole topic, whereas the other ones are just like,
sure, yeah,
just taking over the dogs. Corey Rita, really great to hear about Shorts' sister. Hopefully, that also means hot dogs are now fair game. Hell yeah, I agree.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Amanda Hug and Kiss, grow the show idea. Do a fundraising bit with the dogs to pitch in and buy an ad for IDM on other comedy podcasts or on a podcasting app. There's definitely an untapped market of people who want to hear 2 grown-ass men call each other gay. I agree. I
definitely agree. That's a great idea. I mean, I've ran ads for IDM in the past, just out of my own personal budget, and I would say most of them have been unsuccessful, but it's not like I really applied a lot of money to them all at once. So it's usually like $100 here, $100 there. I think for it might cost like a little bit more to plunk down to like actually have an effective ad campaign. But I love that idea. Like advertising on other bigger podcasts, IDM, that's genius. Brilliant. Truly. Love it.
Dude, I actually meant to pitch this to you. So Alex Stein's producer posted this video on the YouTube channel. It's like a 12-hour montage of crazy clips and shit like that they did. And there's 15 hidden AOC faces throughout it. And whoever finds all 15 gets to go on their show, like in studio. I was like, man, let's find that and let's plug our show. But to be honest with you, dude, I feel like plugging shows doesn't really do a ton of stuff for other shows.
That's not true. I don't think so. I don't think that's true at all. It depends on how it's plugged. Like if you're on somebody else's podcast, a bigger podcast than yours, for instance, and you're getting along, having a good rapport with the hosts on their show, and then they plug your show or you plug it, it means way more than just somebody reading about another podcast that they don't know about. So I don't know. I mean, who knows? It's art, you know.
Yeah.
It all depends. Like when it comes to like advertising and digital advertising in particular, it really all depends on how the message is wrapped and branded and packaged. So you got to really sit down and figure out how to like maximize your bang for your buck with stuff like that. And you can do it, but it just takes like time and patience and finding like the right target audience. Yeah,
that's fair. Our guy BPT Brad paints this as those AI generated responses were brutal. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, that was. Dude.
I thought about those for a while actually.
We're still reeling about that. I got a bunch of messages about that. I
got a new one. It's not as emotional. It's not as fucking deep, but it's like revelatory. So maybe we can do that on the Straightreon.
Legitimately, like when ChatGPT read that summation of my life and what's wrong with me and why I had the mental hangups that I do and all that shit, I was like legitimately shook for like 5 minutes.
I know.
And I was like, I got to get off this podcast. I got to go think in a dark corner by myself for at least 30 minutes.
Did you do that? Did you actually go think in a corner?
Yeah, think or jerk off. I mean, tomato.
Yeah. BBT, my wife seems to have a Chinese food addiction. It's a bunch of Panda Express fortune cookies. Highly overrated, in my opinion. Fortune cookies.
Yeah.
You like Asians?
No, I mean, I think it's just a thing that has to be there. Like, if you go to a Chinese restaurant and they don't give you a fortune cookie, you're like, oh, what gives?
It's part of the experience.
I feel like most people probably don't eat all of them. Eat them all the way through.
It's like when you go to an Asian massage parlor, they give you a little bottle of water when you leave. Like allegedly, I've heard they do that. But you're leaving and you're like, I don't really want this water, especially from a massage parlor, but thank you for offering it to me, and you better offer it to me.
There you go, telling on yourself again.
I didn't know. No. Okay. I've listened to a lot of podcasts where they talk about fuck off, dude. Jeff Cooper, the boys said they wouldn't blow bin Laden to stop 9/11. Counter proposal: what if bin Laden blew you and you just had to jerk him off to stop 9/11? Plus, you get 3 SAG vouchers and you get to meet Christina Applegate. Do you know what that's a reference to, Short?
No, is that a Always Sunny reference?
No, that's our guy Perry Caravello.
Oh,
yeah, his famous 1992 story where producer Randy Callahan made him let him blow him, and he had to jerk Randy off for 3 SAG vouchers and an extra spot on a movie with Christina Applegate and Tony Cox.
Dude, I'm telling you, the dogs are butt funny, man. I love the IDM chat.
They are. DTech sent this Instagram screenshot. This month, I am earning the degree that my employer of 12 years thought I had when they hired me. Damn, dude. But it's close to home, huh?
Hey, this month I'm earning the degree that my employer of 12 years thought I had when they hired me. Oh, that's hilarious.
I bet you there's a lot of people that do that, dude.
I mean, dude, they're getting away with it better than I am. That's for sure.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you just had the worst luck imaginable that time.
Yeah.
And lastly, our guy Korean John Shorts, if you do end up getting your degree, make sure it's not one of these. Okay. All right. So it's the worst college degrees for employment in 2025. The top one is
now I'm confused.
it's average based on average income. Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't go, but that's not true because it doesn't go in order of highest paid to lowest paid.
Oh, I see.
This whole graph was fucking me up. I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, you know what? I'll let somebody else explain it to me. So, Oathman, you have the floor.
What is mid carcer? What does carcer mean? Mid carcer average incomes. Okay, I don't know what that means.
Anthropology is at the top with 97K. Physics with 100K at 7.8%. Computer engineering at 7.5%.
Yeah, but let's get to the numbers. Yeah. Art, obviously, no offense to Brad Paints this and our artists out there. Fine arts, more like fine farts, and then public policy and law. Interesting. It's weird. It's like the stuff that like you would find most intriguing to study about is the shit that pays the least.
But dude, you know what's funny though is a lot of those degrees, those art and history and shit, that's like shit that are degrees that you would get at like UVA. UVA's got like so many weird ass degrees. Obviously, an incredible school, and if you get a degree from UVA, you can take that to any company hiring, right?
Yeah.
But they do have weird degrees like that. It would be like Russian history or like the art of modern politics, It's like weird shit like that.
I mean, I wish I knew what STEM degrees were when I was in college, which was
is that science, technology, English, and math?
Engineering,
English. I have a fake journalism degree, and if you'll scroll down, you'll notice that's at the very bottom.
Yeah. Nobody gives a fuck about that.
It's shit. Literally like the worst degree you can have, and it's definitely the worst one you can lie about having.
Well, journalism. Journalism is like, at this point, unfortunately, journalism is basically like you just want to have a Twitter account, right? Like you can be a journalist if you just go out to a protest with your iPhone and talk to one person. Am I wrong? Like,
well, that's the thing. It's been watered down, and the other thing is too. I mean, it's an absolute joke what like J schools are teaching these days.
Yeah.
Like they just don't. I mean, I feel like they got so overwhelmed and so blindsided by social media. They're like, all right, let's just lean all the way into social media and then just forget all the basics, like independently confirming sources 2 to 3 times before you run with the story, shit like that you don't see anymore in reporting.
Yeah.
Now it's all just anonymous sources, which is okay. Yeah, sure. I guess I'll believe you. I have to. I don't have any other choice. Jen Montana says,
bro, I know she says that says career, but yeah, that says parser. Tell me it doesn't say parser. Look at it.
She says that word Oathman's trying to pronounce is mid-career.
Oh, hell no, Jen. Look at it.
Dude, my eyes are broken.
You're right. It's just missing a line. The C is just missing a line. All right. Fuck off, Shorts and Jen.
Oh yeah, so dude, so I looked up that YouTube thing that Busty's was talking about in the dogs chat, and first of all, I had a field day for one day doing show prep.
Oh hell yeah!
This. But here's what's happening. So, kind of like how I don't know, was it about a year and a half ago we found the trend on YouTube of women posting videos of them breastfeeding, but they were getting away with it by calling them breastfeeding tutorials.
I think it was called like expressing or something like that.
Right. But it was literally like porn stars with fake babies held up to their nipples going, first you want the baby's mouth to latch. It's like getting millions of views because it's all horny dudes gooning on the internet.
Gooning. Yeah.
To free porn.
A Instagram account called Calcium Cannons who specialized in this type of content. Yeah.
Guys, if you've ever checked out our Patreon and you hear the intro song, we used to play porn till our YouTube got hit. We did literally used to play porn, but also that was our first big YouTube strike was the expressing videos.
Like it's on YouTube already. Why did we get striked for?
That's what was so dumb and short-sighted about us. This is why we're so stupid. But
yeah,
is that our argument was it's already on YouTube. What's But if you fast forward like 7 days, it wasn't on YouTube anymore, which is what's happening with these ASMR videos right now. So I was doing some heavy research one day. I just want to make sure that I'm bringing my due diligence to the table when we bring a topic to the show.
I appreciate it.
And here's what's going on. So in the same vein, sometimes it's a big blue vein, and that's what Oathman really loves.
Oh my God, dude. Okay.
These girls are essentially giving dudes blowjobs, but because it's behind, you can't actually see the phallic portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a microphone, like just off camera, right next to the girl's mouth. So you can hear like the...
Oh my God.
Like all the slurping and everything, but you can't actually see anything pornographic. And they label it, they say like ASMR slurping sounds, like nothing that would trigger any sort of like algorithm check from the YouTube bots. It's all like, it appears just by reading like the title of the videos and the descriptions, it appears like it's all in the up and up. But then you look one step further, and these chicks are all, I mean, every single one of them, OnlyFans girls.
Oh my God, dude.
Now, don't, Oathman, please.
No, I'm not. It just reminds me of this these pictures that this artist used to make of like porn stars. He'd like turn them into cartoons and turn the penises into like ice cream and hot dogs and shit like that. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of what you're talking about. That's, first of all, who would listen to that? Like, just audio of, I mean, I guess I can understand why dudes would listen to that.
Dude, it's not bad. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Wait, do you hear the dudes in it?
No.
Okay, good.
No, because for all intents and purposes, they're not there. They play no role in this. It is not about them. It's about the soothing sounds of slurping. And if you look at the descriptions, it's like, if you have, dude, stop putting that up, dude. You're gonna get us thrown off.
Wait, that's the picture I was talking about.
I know you already put
it's
it
just
up.
a cartoon, right?
Dude, come on.
Okay, all right.
So you know how they are, dude.
I know, but they're just
you're like tempting fate over a joke that is for like 30 people. It's like,
you got it's fine.
All right. I'm sure we don't have 2 strikes already.
Do you have 2 strikes?
I mean, well, we got like 1.5
right.
over the course of like 2.5 years. But anyways, so from the description, it would be like, do you have a hard time falling asleep? Do you need that extra little oomph to really lay your head down at night? And then, just be shit like that in the description. And it'll be like a mile long, and nothing would hint that it's anything remotely pornographic, except for when you open your earballs and you listen to the video, it literally sounds like a woman's just sucking a dude off.
Oh my God, dude.
And by the way, every video that I clicked on, I had 3 links in our show notes from about 2 weeks ago. That was my cursory research on the topic.
Yeah.
Every one of those channels has been kicked off of YouTube.
Huh.
So they were racking up like 500,000 views, but they're all negated now.
I wonder what YouTube, like, what if it's a girl eating a popsicle or a lollipop or something like that, are they able to just take it down because it sounds like a beach? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. If you show that it's actually a lollipop, that'll probably be like the next evolution. Again, these girls I don't think they're setting out to make YouTube ad money. I think they're just trying to worm their way around like the security measures that YouTube has just to get a bunch of free plugs for their OnlyFans.
Yeah, for sure. Damn.
Yeah, you know, and some of us may or may not have checked out their OnlyFans. You know, some of us may or may not have had to dig through their phone for about 10 minutes to try to find their OnlyFans password for the first time in 3 years. But hey, that's just some people, not me.
Dude, my OnlyFans account got deactivated or something like that.
Shocker.
No, apparently I owe some creator like a subscription fee. I don't know. I don't know how or why, but I'm like, I'm not paying that bitch $12. Fuck off.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Oh shit, we got one of these. Yeah, we got to hop onto the Straightreon right quick. But before we do that, let's get to this.
GayGram alert.
I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Our guy Matt Starcheck, can we get Shorts a travel fan? I agree. It looks like it's hot out there.
Dog, it's so hot, but I'll tell you what, this rain is kind of cooling it down a little bit. You know, like when you get a really heavy rain after it's been sweltering hot for like 5 days in a row. This isn't that, but I can feel like a couple of degrees cooler than when I first stepped out here about an hour ago. So, you know, just in time for me to go to bed, it'll finally be fucking cool again.
Hell yeah. Shouts to Matt Starcheck. Yeah, Busty's is in here. He says the guy says he's a doctor.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just plugs in OnlyFans, huh?
He also says you're awesome. YOURAUBSOME has 2.3 million YouTube subs, and it's all about promoting her OnlyFans. She wears skimpy shit and rides a one-wheel thing or does quote-unquote yoga. Damn.
You're awesome. Okay, let me check that joint out.
Honestly, dude, this is like, I respect these girls. I love when people skirt the rules. Because first of all, YouTube's rules are so dumb.
Yeah.
And I like, they're so vague, and they're intentionally vague to where if it's anything even borderline, I can go, well, you know, you crossed one bridge too far in our what do they call it? Our content policy, the vague content policy.
Yeah. So
you're done, or you're banned for 90 days or 30 days or whatever. So I really applaud these women for, dude, that's entrepreneurism. I mean, that's Americana. That's, you know, trying to find a way to beat the system. That's what this country's all about. I love
you got a daughter now. Relax, dude, a little bit. You know, you don't want to jinx your future by celebrating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I meant to say, you know, fuck those godless sluts.
There we go. Kevin Smith says, will you be on Facebook next week after that strike? Hopefully not. It's just a drawing. It's just a drawing of two girls eating corn on the cob. I don't understand the problem.
I think the last time we got a warning. So I think we have one strike and a warning, or like two warnings, but the warnings go away after like 90 days.
Oh, word. Okay. All right. Let's give a shout out to our guy, our dog, Money Mike from Money Mike's Plumbing before we hop onto the Straightreon.
In Northern Virginia, where the sun always shines, Money Mike, he fixes any kind of pipeline. He's got the
Let's give a shout out to our guy, Mike Cook of Money Mike's Plumbing. Mike Cook has owned and operated his small plumbing business all over Northern Virginia for the past 20 plus years. Mike is licensed and insured. That is so important. You don't want some fucking jerk off walking into your house, doesn't know what he's doing, isn't registered with the state that you're in. Mike is registered with the state, not as a sex offender, but as a plumber. Mike Cook, the guy is a pro's pro. He's a plumber's plumber. I'm telling you, there's no job that's too big or too small for Mike Cook. He's done it all. He's seen it all. Whatever your problem is, maybe it's not even a problem. Maybe you're planning on building a brand new bathroom and you want to know how much the plumbing costs. Mike will show up to your house. He'll give you a free estimate. And if you mention, hey, Mike, by the way, I heard about you on IDM, the It Doesn't Matter podcast on YouTube and Patreon, you just got yourself another 10% off your final total. I'm telling you guys, give Mike Cook a call next time you're in the need for a plumber. And I promise you'll never want to hire another plumber again. Mike Cook is our guy. If you support him, you're supporting IDM. Give Mike a call at 703-501-1926. That's 703-501-1926. Or you can reach him at his brand new Ipsum website at thecliftonplumber.com. We'll catch you guys on patreon.com/IDMpod in just a minute. Love y'all.
From the kitchen or your mom to the showers and more, Money Mike's the plumber, knocking